Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Contest of Speed. We're live with EU4 from the home of British motorsport, the Silverstone Circuit in Leicestershire. Live for round 8 of season 10. Matt is with me, but he's currently deciding that prawn crackers are more important than you all hear voice, which, to be honest, I agree with him on. So he will be along shortly. I'd also like to point out that I'm mildly ill. Those of you who've been around long enough will know that I make a complete meal
Get
of
on with it!
Yeah, I knew that I'd get him. Yes, I make a complete meal of it. But what I wanted to say before was, if there's ever a gap in commentary, it's probably because I'm taking a mouthful of tea to keep my throat nice and lubricated. So apologies in advance for that. First man out on track is J-Ray. He's the first man looking to go and set a flying lap. Heading down now the Wellington Straight towards Brocklands and Luffield.
I shall devour the remainder of those prawn crackers after the race. Or if there's a safety car, which probably will happen, so that's fine.
Ooh. I might throw out an off-menu podcast question if we get one.
Nice.
If we get one of those, if we get a safety car tonight. Well, sorry, when we get a safety car tonight.
There's no ifs, there's no maybes.
I don't do ifs.
Especially around a track where it is quite difficult, actually quite easy to lose the car around this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of high-speed corners, a lot of high downforce areas, because these cars work best in the high downforce. And well, the medium speed in particular, medium speed corners and high downforce areas, but some of the slow speed corners, because they're going to be trying running the cars low to the ground, will mean that it's going to be difficult for them to do the slow speed stuff. J-Ray invalidating there, but sets a 129.8. That's sort of his first foray.
Shall we do the housekeeping? There's a fair whack of it to...
I shall start with the housekeeping, so I'm going to need some tea.
You have some tea. Let's start from top. Acid Masters is an EU3 driver. He's dropping down to EU4 because his EU3 availability is very limited. We're having a quick look at him this evening. He won't be the only one under review at the moment. You then usual suspects. You got Mac, Tynus, Morgan, Mike as well. Wizzy. So those that have been around a couple of seasons, you would have seen Wizzy. Wizzy was in EU2. Wizzy's now switched to the wheel and hasn't raced for a while, so he's getting laps under his belt. We're expecting him to be near the front, and this may be his only visit to EU4 this season, but it's worth a try with the limited numbers that we have. JRN is in the Ferrari. There's going to be an announcement about JRN because he is going into the Alfa Romeo seat, I believe, in EU3.
Yes, this is his final EU4 race.
Dan Hilton's back, which is good to see Dan Hilton as always in the Aston Martin. Swifty has come across from the Americanos from AM3 and is in the AlphaTauri, which is his constructor in AM3, so we'll be scoring points for that team. Tin Man, usual suspect for this championship. J-Ray, Red Mask, Blades is in the Williams. Is that right?
Yep, that's his usual seat. Behind the Alpine, and the last one is Reflux.
Reflux is also in the AlphaTauri. He's in the AlphaTauri from EU3, but again limited numbers this evening as asked to drop down to EU4 to get some practice, possibly on a permanent. I had a chat with him last week about it, but
a couple of guys who
and Spectre's moved across from AM3. He's also
he's dipping in, isn't he? A couple of guys now, aren't they? Now they're getting back to school, work, college, uni, all that sort of stuff. They're losing the sort of the practice time as the things start to get more intense again, and their pace is dropping off a little bit. So we're at the halfway point of the season officially. Before tonight.
The Mantis! I've got a message for the Mantis. He's interested.
Is he? Good man. Swifty looking quick at the moment. 2 purple sectors. Keep an eye out for him.
Where's the Mantis?
Let's jump across to Swifty. Final sector wasn't great, but he has improved through the first sector though. Deathstorm's in the chat, so Swifty was just practicing with him. As always, me and Matt will be bringing you Monday Night Football updates as well, whilst we're here bringing you EU4. Leicester City currently 3-0 up at home to Nottingham Forest. Forest have just missed a one-on-one opportunity with the goalkeeper, and now there's a possible Leicester penalty. Swifty looks to have backed out of that lap, and it was a potential pole run. Not sure why. Maybe Deathstorm can enlighten us. Seems he was just practicing with him.
In the
Alfa Romeo. When he arrives.
Has he already been invited?
He has.
3 minutes away from his destination. Just got an update. Buffer team.
Yeah, that's the other.
Blades is apparently on full traction. That's what Spud has just told me. Exposed.
It doesn't matter. If he's here racing, we don't care. We don't discriminate with assists here. See Deathstorm. You see, this is why we like him. He's got that knowledge. He knows what's going on. See, Matt would have known that if he was commentating, because he has the telemetry up on screen. I don't like it. It clutters things.
I hadn't got round to it. Swifty is low on hers. Yeah, he's on 32%.
Oh, shalom, Cornish. Shalom. Let's see which Ferrari is that.
Sorry, I'm just sorting
JRM.
out stuff.
Being pursued by a Mercedes. Is that Morgan who is on a lap? Indeed it is. Fastest first sector for Morgan. Let's ride on board. Through Loffield then as he puts the power down. Onto the old start finish straight, or the national start finish straight, I should say. Into Cobb's corner. Drops the gear. Oh, just runs wide. Invalidates the lap.
Through club, that's a little bit squirrely. 4. The Mantis should be alright. This should be very interesting actually. Because,
yeah.
There's been some debate being thrown up from the side of things, which is let's just say there's some beef.
I know it's good for us because we get to.
It's great for us. We get to see it. It's fantastic. So AM3 guys coming over here and racing the EU4, no problem. Some of the EU4 guys saying they've not been allowed to race for AM3. God, uproar.
I think the main reason for that is that AM3 have got a lot of drivers already, and their attendance is really good. Whereas EU4 has seen a lack of drivers recently. Not because their attendance isn't good, but we are needing to recruit a couple more. So if you're watching and you fancy joining in, head over to our Discord server, which can be found on our website, which there should be a link for in the description. Or in the bio, depending on when and where you're watching this. This is normally...
Or now in the Twitch chat.
There we go, look at that. It's going to say that's what happens normally. Someone puts it in the Twitch chat, and it's Matt. Glorious.
On it, mate. I'm on it.
Yeah, good man. So you can head across and sign up there. We'll be happy to have you. The more the merrier. JRN looking strong.
The likelihood is there's going to be a couple that just drop down from that are struggling and to just to even out the tiers a little bit, because E3 is another tier where there's a few drivers, but not. There's a couple that can't race full time.
E3 is a weird one.
Masters is one of them.
Yeah, E3 is a weird one really, because there's a lot of guys in there who are very, very quick, but somehow they've let a complete moron in second place in the championship. I might be third, actually.
That is daylight robbery, by the way. That you're where you are.
Well, I don't know.
Sorry. No disrespect or anything, but yeah. Getting away with murder.
Not literally. I haven't killed anybody. Not yet. So, JRN on pole then, 128.0. Mike's middle toe, second place, just shy of a tenth behind. And then about 3/10 back to Tynus in third.
Waiting for Mac and Morgan to show themselves.
Wizzy's on the lap.
That's where the championship's going to be won and lost between those two.
I do have the championship.
Is it updated? Is it in front? Is it in front?
It is updated on the website as well.
Tucci's here. 18.
I do have the graphic as well, if you'd rather.
No. I'll just use the one on the website. I can just about. 13 points. That's the difference.
Indeed, it is. Constructors is even closer. Only 3 points there between Mercedes and McLaren. Ferrari 50 points behind now.
That's the only problem. I can't scroll across, so I'm missing the points. I only have like the first digit and a half.
So we've got Morgan leading on 110 points, Mac in second place on 97. Then we've got a bit of a drop down to Tebow in 57 points, Raceway JJ in fourth with 52, J-Ray with 51 in fifth. So the battle for first and the battle for third is very, very close. JRN is also sixth in that championship, 2 points behind J-Ray, but of course moving up to EU3, those points will be expunged from the Drivers' Championship. Meaning that sixth will be taken over by Tin Man if all stays the same tonight, who is on 39 points, so 12 behind J-Ray.
3 ahead of Red Mask, who's had a couple of decent results recently, a fourth and a third in the last 3 races.
He has.
Another driver that likes the AM3 scene as well.
Yes. Let's have a look at the Mantis in the Alpine tonight. Late arrival. Titch is in as well.
Wizzy's gone to third. He's
not done
he's never done a race, 50% race on wheel yet. 1 lap pace, okay. Never done a full race.
He's a bold man coming in at this stage. So just to go over the Constructors' Championship, 151 points for Mercedes, who are leading. McLaren in second place with 148 points rather. Ferrari sort of in a no man's land third with 101 points, and Alpine leading the best of the rest with 61 in fourth.
McLaren have gone well because they've had a fairly settled lineup.
I should say actually. And it's his home Grand Prix tonight, so hopefully he can change this, but Blades is the only driver who started the season who hasn't scored points yet in this tier.
But you look at the he's not finished, you think, how many times do you think he should have got points?
Yeah.
It's a fair few.
It's not because he's a bad driver, it's purely bad luck, but he'll be hoping it changes tonight.
Jerry's gone into third. 23, so good to see. Looks fairly competitive towards the sharp end of the grid.
Yeah, we're watching Mantis at the moment on stream. Just as he starts to head down the Wellington Straight. Just right on board through Brooklands and then into Luffield. Going for the Vettel approach.
Finish his lap. It's going to be the 29 something. 5.
Mansa's getting a blister on the front right tyre, running some very high pressures it seems then for qualifying. She can get away with that over one lap. Not going to overheat, but in a race, can come back to bite. Keep an eye out.
There's a few guys that have done plenty of laps on their tyres. Max done 2. Spectre's got 2 on his best. Acid Master's got 3 laps on his best time so far.
I can't imagine that's going to be a case of them trying to warm the tyres up. I can't see Silverstone being a track that needs 2 outlaps. I wonder if that's an invalidation and then they've gone back in to put the banker in.
So. Oh,
Yeah.
Mac has spun and Mac was half a tenth down. Mac will not improve.
No, he's going to be down the order, but so too Morgan. Not Morgan. No time as of yet.
We've seen it
Just
before,
keeps it inbounds at Cops through Maggots and Beckett's now. Mike's middle toe goes for a new fastest lap. Morgan is improving, obviously, without the time, but is it going to be enough?
Reflux is the one.
Oh, he's invalidated at Stowe. So Morgan's going to be 15th at best. He could end up even further down. He's going to finish the lap. What would it have been? 28.5.
Jaren's just gone purple middle sector.
Jump back up to the Ferrari man. It would have been a 28.5 for Morgan had he not run wide at Stowe. That would have put him into 5th place. JRN though looking for a run for pole. He needs 2 tenths.
He does need a bit more time.
Oh, not quite.
Not
Mike's middle toe takes it.
Oh, Wizzy's invalidated.
There's the jeopardy. And Swifty
Mantis
then
goes to 7th.
the last man, and he's on an in lap now, invalidated in the final sector. Completes the lap. Alfa Romeo's bookending the field, I think. Not quite. Tichy's in there.
He's got a lap in.
Yeah, he's in there in 13th. So we've got Mike's middle toe on pole position, 127.850 for him. I know people will remember that. Oh, will want to know that for tomorrow. So there you have it. Make a note of it, people. JRN in second place, 127.9 for him. Those two very, very close, fighting it out for pole position. Acid in third place, 4 tenths back though from our leading pair. J-Ray in 4th, Wizzy in 5th. Keep an eye out for him in the race. If he can keep that pace up, he'll be doing some very, very good things. Tyner's in 6th, Tin Man in 7th, I believe. Mac in 8th, Spectre 9th, Reflux 10th. Pure Blades in 12th, Swifty 14th, Morgan I think is going to be 15th. 16th is Dan Hilton, 17th is Red Mask, 18th is Tebow. We've got questions in the chat about which tier we are, given that the pace of that flying lap.
We've seen it this season more than ever. That the one lap pace of all the tiers is pretty strong, but it's actually the race pace where
Yeah,
you see
the consistency
within the tiers.
Mm.
Sorry.
And I'm the one who's ill.
No, I've had it for a week and a bit.
Wow.
Oh, and someone's pressed the button way too early. After having been discussed, I believe it may have been the pole scissor.
Well, we'll see. Let's have a look then at tyre choices for everybody. And we've got some very interesting calls there. Medium tyres for the majority. We've got 3 runners on the hard tyre. That's Tynus in 6th, Reflux in 11th, and Red Mask in 17th. Then 2 runners on the softs. That's Acid in 3rd, so expect a quick start from him. And Tichy in 13th.
Tichy and Blades renewing rivalries. I thought I'd see the day again.
No, neither did I. Tichy, of course, now back playing semi-professional football, I believe, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, which is why he can no longer race on a Tuesday. That's training night. So we're going to try him out down here, and should he fit in well, he might be dropping down permanently if he can do.
He just wants to race.
Yeah. So, strategies then. I think most people are going to be looking to one stop, aren't they? But unless there's a safety car.
Unless there's a safety car.
Right.
Yes.
Normally, you'd look to one stop. However,
this is EU4. This is also Silverstone.
Yeah.
And if you go off here, you die. No, you won't die, but it'd be a hefty whack.
Well, I'm trying to think. Chances are, where were we going to see some sort of action? It's either going to be cops or Beckett's,
Club
isn't it?
for a slow and painful one.
Yeah, maybe Club. We might get someone run up at Stowe, potentially, but unlikely. Chapel? Do you think?
Yeah, if you take too much curb, if you touch the grass on the inside, you can.
Fair play, yeah.
Like the old time. In fact, someone has done that. Pretty sure someone is round.
Let's see how my total lines up on the grid. Spot on, it looks like.
Oh, Thomas squad. So far, though, not too bad.
We have a Mercedes in a very, very odd position there with Wizzy. Let's go put him right. Here we go, though, for the British Grand Prix. It's lights out. We wait for the glitch. And away we go at Silverstone. Jaren looks to have got a great start on Mike's middle toe. Acid as well. Oh, big chop across from the Ferrari.
Yeah.
Sends
Wizzy's
Acid straight on.
Already.
We've got someone else spearing off as well into the side. That looks like the Mantis. It was a good start
chaotic
from,
back here.
It is. We got a good start from Acid as we expected. Jaren chopped across there.
Oh, and who's that round? Tynus is round.
Blades with a cracking start, up 4 places to 8th place. Dan
Not
Hilton
as good
up
as
6th.
Mac, though.
No, Mac up 4 places into 5th as well.
Who is in trouble? Someone else is in trouble back here. It's Dan Hilton going down the inside of the Haas of... Not the Haas, sorry, the Mercedes Championship leader, Morgan. He has to burn to try and retake that place.
I think Morgan's in trouble.
He is. He got through down the inside of Cops. What a move!
Oh, Dan Hilton there.
By Mr. Hilton.
We've got a goal in the football as well. It's Patson Daka.
It's the Red Bull in front that's in a lot of trouble. Oh, this is going to get very...
Morgan's back through. Need to be careful. Tin Man's connection not quite helping here. Oh, Dan Hilton down the inside at Stowe. He's gone for it.
He does what he wants.
We've got a spinner. Is that that's J-Ray?
Mate, it's J-Ray. Sorry, wrong one. Sorry, my timing thing's gone again.
Down into the Vale. Look at that. Dan Hilton's had a few weeks away. Look at him. Cornish is on it. He's bang on it.
So he's gone inside of Cops and the inside of Stowe. What a madman.
Yeah, he's one absolute hero. Out front though, JRN 6/10 clear of Mike's middle toe. Acid Masters has reclaimed 3rd place after that start incident, managing to keep himself out of Zhou Guan Yu's barrier. 2.5 seconds now behind the leaders. Mac up to 4th place. Tichy up 8 places rather to 5th. And has had the best starts. The 2 losers then, J-Ray down 9 places after that spin, and Tynus as well down 10. I didn't see what happened to him.
He got spun out of... not gonna lie, the people that made up places. Oh wow, J Ray, Jesus, that was nearly Lewis and Max 2.0. The likes of Tichy, Wizzy, etc. have stayed out of trouble. And, well, stay out of trouble. Dan Hilton, no!
No! I've just been praising him.
Spin.
You called Chapel.
Gonna have to go again. It's gonna be annoying. Kept out of the wall though, so tyres will just be slightly overheating. Yep, there we go. Through Stowe, saw that one coming. Get yourself some new boots, that would be my suggestion.
What's he on at the minute? Mediums?
Mediums. He's going to go straight in the pits.
Straight in, hard tyres on, I think. Oh!
Double welcome back. Welcome back for good overtakes. Welcome back for penalties.
I was just on board with Wizzy, but he's being left behind by Tichy at the moment.
Swifty,
Morgan, though, looks like he's going to go for a move on Blades.
Swifty was off through Village, and J-Ro was quite close to him, so he got squeezed out. The Mantis squeezed out Swifty as well. Yeah. Welcome
Morgan,
to the European team.
Yes, where elbows are commonplace. Morgan, relatively simple pass on Blades. I don't think Blades fought it.
You make a mistake, you get eaten alive by sharks.
You do. I think Titch has made a mistake somewhere, because Wizzy has just caught up. 3/4 of a second. He's now in DRS range.
Wizzy also just got 3 seconds for track limits as well.
And with that DRS assist, we've got a Ferrari round, that's JRM.
And Mac got past Acid Masters into Snow.
So, let's see. JRN, you've got to say, potentially Karma biting back there for the start chop.
Wizzy can smell blood. Definitely found his rhythm.
That Ferrari is going to have some cooked tyres.
Oh, commentator's curse! I got him! Welcome back, Wizzy. You're welcome.
Who clipped him?
No, he dropped it by himself.
Oh, he dropped himself. Oh. He'll be kicking himself for that. He was making some ground up, wasn't he?
Half spin as well.
Got DRS to sort of minimise the damage, but he's going to get taken by J-Ray into Brooklands.
I said he was looking, found his rhythm and he spun. God. I'm doing good.
Let's see, Morgan then, can he close in on Tichy? He's starting to, which makes me wonder if those soft tyres are quite working still. Are they just out of range, maybe?
I don't know, but it's a Tin Man Train.
See, the Tin Man Train is an elusive creature. Normally, he's challenging. There we go. Morgan, simple pass on Tichy. With DRS enabled. Acid Masters though, his soft tyres seem to be working fine. He's back in DRS range of... Ooh.
Contact side by side! J-Ray and... J-Ray and Wizzy. Tebow now looking to try and...
Capital. Oh, we've got a spinner!
Wizzy's dropped it! Oh my god, he's kept out the wall.
Oh, that is some skills there.
That is impressive.
He's dropped to the back of the lead pack, if you like. Tynus and Swifty going side by side. Swifty taking avoiding action.
Yeah, Swifty dropped these off the track.
Yeah, he got to the inside of Abbey. Not Abbey, Farm even.
Yeah. Reflux got past Spectre. Which doesn't sound a significant move now, but given the length of the pit lane here, these two could find themselves with everyone else sooner rather than later.
Yes. So, anyone on the medium tyre, we'd probably be looking for them to be stopping around lap 10, maybe lap 10 to 12. Hard tyre runners, 18 or so. 15 to 18 probably for them. Soft tyre runners 8 to 10 maybe for the hard tyres. So we'll see. Shane's in there, so who are these imposters? There's no retirements yet. No.
Oh, I forgot about Shane and his misdemeanor.
Shane taking a ban tonight.
Wizzy's just got sorry. Wizzy's just gone down the inside of Tyner's in the last corner.
Oh, what a hero! Going for the Hamilton. Got J-Ray all over the back of Red Mask, pushing the Haas through the loop.
You need to be careful though, Jerry. Pick up the penalty in that last lap as well. Oh, we need to stop talking about Wizzy. I need to stop.
Oh, J-Ray has hit the back of Red Mask again, and it sent the Haas into a half spin. He's managed to catch it, but has lost a lot of ground, 3 places, and a chunk of time. And that's purely J-Ray is on the medium tyres, Red Mask was on the hards, and McLaren was not aware of the slower speed. 25 people watching right now. Welcome, welcome everybody.
It's 18 people pointing in the same direction.
I know.
Cue the commentator's curse. I've been good so far tonight. We've done it 3 times already. We're only 7 laps in.
We've nearly got nearly at a third of the race distance without any sort of incidents. We've got a lap and 2 laps to go. That's another Mercedes at Wizzy again at Stowe.
I reckon given a couple of weeks,
he'll be bright as rain. Yeah, it's a baptism of fire, really.
Inside, the Alpines nearly touch. I'd be amazed if they didn't touch.
Are we getting
Esteban and Fernando?
Oh, better still, Esteban and Checo. Those were the days.
It reminds me of watching the 2 Alpines racing each other at Jeddah.
Yeah, well, how then? Were they Force Inches then, or racing points at
Blackstone?
No, it was Singapore, I'm thinking.
Yeah, they were the Racing Points, I believe.
Racing Points, yeah, yes. It always confuses me with the BWT, of course. Those guys being the title sponsors of Racing Point, and now.
Yeah, you usually see those. See the pink in Porsche Cup.
Yes. The pink pig, as it was affectionately known, that 911. Excuse me, that 911. Field's starting to settle down now. We've got Blades closing in on Titch. I think Titch is either struggling with setup, or those soft tyres are starting to go off. And I would say, judging by the fact that Acid Masters has started to drop back from the leading pair as well, it's going to be the soft tyres starting to go off.
It will be the tyres. Don't forget Titch has literally jumped in the car, done 1 quality lap, and now he's racing.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely going to be a combo of the 2, but I would imagine it's going to be the tyres.
Yes. There's some gaps, as you said, so that may make it easier for people to choose their pit stops.
Blades and Titch, of course, 2 friends off track. Titch deciding to let Blades go, because they'll be in a party together.
Well, I thought Titch would let them go now, where they are, and then stab in the back with
DRS.
Yeah.
He might have been trying that anyway. It will have worked for him. He'll have it. Yeah. J-Ray on Tin Man is one I'm going to jump to in a second. I just want to see if Titch can. No, he's
Tin Man on everyone else, because they're all closing in. Red Mask is also now joined back of this group. Asimos is in, so there you go. Your assumptions, sir, were correct.
Let's see what he goes to then. I would imagine if he's going to try, it'll be to the hard tyres.
Titch has stayed out.
Yeah, Titch will definitely go for a one-stop. New front wing for Acid Masters, and hard tyres going on that Aston Martin.
He's done very well then to keep up with those guys then. If he's had
Yeah,
any
he has, yeah. Maybe push those tyres a little bit further than he would have liked to. Had to stop earlier. But we'll see what happens. Of course, Silverstone, one of the slowest pit lanes of the year. 37 kilometres an hour. No, miles an hour. 37 miles an hour.
Oh, reflux! Oh, he's kept out the wall. Just about.
I think it's 60. Is it 60 kilometres an hour? Silverstone pit lane.
I have no idea. Oh no,
It's a very, very slow and a very, very long pit lane.
Because the limiter goes on roughly where the last in line with the last corner.
Yeah, it's the safety car line, isn't it? Or the old safety car line, which is at the start of Club.
No. Was his favourite corner?
Oh, Vale, sorry, not Club. They always get corners one early.
Stowe has been his favourite corner again. Mac has pitted only a lap after.
Let's see what he goes to.
Lap after. I think that's interesting.
Let's see. We'll see if there's any damage on it. Wizzy has retired in the pit lane. That's fair enough. He was.
It's been a rough.
Yeah, he was a lap down. But 9 full laps under his belt on the wheel and a qualifying session to boot. It won't do him any harm at all. Mantis is in as well on the medium tyres. He's gone for hard, so has Mac. Case, if the medium tyres are only going 9 laps before you want to swap them to the hards, then you might as well start on the softs. No worries, Jay. It's nice to have you.
You can have a permanent seat for. I'll message you later. But yeah, good to have you back.
So we've got. Is that? It's Wizzy's ghost being
yes.
accosted by one of the Alpines.
Acid Masters and Swifty. That got a bit feisty.
Yeah, just catching the end of it. Acid is through, of course, on those fresh tyres once they're up to temperature, as our race leader is into the pits. It's Mike's Middleton in, and JRN and Morgan, so the medium tyres only going 10 laps.
Blade stays out.
And will take the lead of the race.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. So, so Blade, you are now in the lead of the race.
Yes.
And Titch came in as well.
Up there, it was J-Ray, wasn't it? J-Ray, who pitted early, has leapfrogged all of them. Not J-Ray, sorry. Who did pit early? Who am I getting confused with?
Acid Masters.
Oh, yeah. Who's definitely not. He's lost out on time, hasn't he?
He had a fight with Swifty. That's not helped him.
Yeah.
Although he's getting a lot closer. Mike's got a massive gap.
You say that. Mac's just overtaken him.
And Mac has overtaken. Mike did have a massive
spinner
gap.
at Stowe. Is that Dan Hilton? Yeah. I wonder if Mike's had an issue where he's just spun up the rears with them being cold and lost a lot of time.
So that is a change for the lead. Undercut has worked, however, at a cost for Mac.
Yeah.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can probably guess why I said that, of course. There's a red shiny thing pointing out the back of his car.
As we see,
Tim and J-Ray. Oh, J-Ray didn't want that. He probably needs to go opposite.
Let's see. Blade's continuing though. I mean, I don't know if you want to do some lap time analysis for us.
I will have a look.
It doesn't look like he's actually losing pace at the moment.
Blades did a 33.4, which, like I say, he did a 32.8 on his second lap. He's done a 33.7, 33.4, 33.3, 33.1, 33.2, 33.4, 33.8, 33.3, 33.4. So pretty consistent, I would say.
Yeah, mid 33s for Blades. He's doing good.
Red Mask is currently doing a
Spectre. We've lost a Spectre. That's not in the pit lane.
It is in the pit lane.
It is. It is in the pit lane. Oh, man, I couldn't see. There's someone's comment covering the pit lane.
The Mantis has got past Tin Man as well.
Has, yeah. Oh, undercut. Big undercut for him. But can he hold it? That's the question.
Blaze is losing time to Red Mask. Red Mask has now slipped into the 32s on the hard tyre.
It's gone 11 lap old hard tyres. He will have to stop. I wonder if Blades is going to try and get to about lap 15 and go for the softs, you know. So
Blades currently, compared to Acid Masters, who's the first one to come in really early. Acid Masters did a 1:31.5. Blades did a 33.5, so it's 2 seconds really. I think Blades and Titch are doing the same in reverse of one another. Yeah, Mike, that says it all. Mike's just done a 31.1 for that lap, and Blades has done a 33. He's 2.4 seconds a lap slower. However, still has a 12-second lead. So, I don't know, Titchy, fastest man on track on a set of mediums, 1:30.8. So the current rate then, 2.5 seconds a lap. Blades is going to be 10 seconds ahead if he decides to pit on lap 15. Oh, look at that, we've got a raid. Someone's raided the chat, go on. You'll love to see it, good man. Welcome everybody. Join us at a very interesting point in the race. People have just come in and made their stops. And people have yet to stop. Yeah, we've got a couple of people out front going for something bold. Well, I say that. One person going for something bold at the front of the pack. That's Blades. Red Mask and Tinus on the alternative strategy. Everybody else, it seems, going for something fairly regular. Titchy, the other man to keep an eye on as well. He doesn't have to stop again, in theory. Welcome everybody to Contest of Speed. We hope you enjoy the show. Blades is in. With 13 to go. Those softs are going to really struggle. Yeah, hard tyres. I think he's just tried to stretch that as long as he could, hasn't he? So maybe try and get the look of the draw with the safety car. He will, however, get some nice fresh rubber to use at the end of the race. Be interesting to see how far ahead he comes out in front of Titchy. I don't think he will. He's not going to get ahead of Titch. They were together when Titch came into. He's going to come out a few seconds behind, maybe 3 seconds back. Blades. No, he's only half a second. So Blades have only lost by the time the tyres are up to temperature, maybe. Yeah, so he's only lost really a couple of seconds there. Nothing major, which is. Well, he'll have DRS actually, won't he? So. He might actually come out with a relative positive because they were together. Blades was slightly ahead, but if he can try and keep himself in range, get those tyres warmed up, he's on for a good result though. P9 at the moment. Mac closing in on Mike's middle toe, who has retaken. Tinus is closing in on Red Mask. This is a move for the lead on at the moment. Yeah. Those cars just behind, that's Mike's middle toe and Mac, they are the net leaders. And these two out front yet to stop. Mike has retaken the net lead from Mac at some point. JRN lurking there in third place. Morgan's got himself clear of Acid Masters, who is lurking as well in P7. Ready to capitalise. Top 5, so these guys are the top 5 that's streaking away. It's going to be Titchy and Blades at the moment going to be fighting out for that 6 and 7. So I'm just going to
Just going to try and work out what the delta is between Titch and Blades and then the leaders, because it's going to be close, I think, on stops between those guys. Because Blades was just ahead of Tynus and Red Mask when he came in. So if they can continue to close the gap.
Not moving at a great pace, if I'm being honest. He's a second off what Mike is doing on a better compound tyre. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm watching this again. Good information from my race on Wednesday. So.
Oh yeah.
Mediums don't look a great race tyre.
No, the question we need to think about now, of course, as well, is fuel usage. Not normally a factor in these races.
Oh
but
yeah, how many people are going to be under fuel?
Yeah. So EU4, of course, this season so far renowned for its safety car periods, whereas tonight, he says, as we get Mike spinning round at the final corner, he's kept it going. Back round and he's on his way. That will have been a simple move, I think.
They seem to have lost a lot of time though. Yeah, no, I sorted itself out now, I was going to say.
Yeah, so keep an eye on Blades. 12.5 seconds then, the gap. Of course, Mike's tyres are going to be rather warm.
Look at that though, what's that, top 7?
J-Ray and Tin Man going side by side.
Not for the first time, not for the last time.
Tin Man's got the inside line.
No, J-Ray's got it this time.
Has he though? Connection for the pair of them, not looking great.
J-Ray's driving it very well, considering.
It's going to be a drag race. Who's going to have it? Into Brooklands, it's going to be Jay. He's going to take P12. Tin Man will look to come back at him later on. Meanwhile, up at the front then, Mac closing in on Red Mask now. Mac, after that spin for Mike, our lead runner, who has pitted, as Red Mask dives in himself. So he's going to go for the undercut on.
Red Mask's got 100% ERS by the time he hit the pit line. He just doesn't use it, and could use it just a lot more effectively.
Well, he might have been using it to attack, and then he's saved it back up so he can push on the outlap and almost guarantee the undercut.
I'd say top 7 there was separated by less than 8 seconds, which was very exciting.
Yes. Blades has lost some time there, unless it, well, when it.
No, it's someone who will reset.
I've clocked that. It's going to be. He's still lost about a second.
It still says 21. What's it saying about 10 seconds for Blades?
13.8.
About 13. About right.
Yeah, he's going backwards though at the moment.
Needs to.
Red Mask onto the mediums.
He's got a lot of work to do. He's got the Mantis slow over the back of him.
Oh, Mac cutting the inside of Beckett.
Mantis down the inside. Oh, so Red Mask has lost the place to the Mantis.
Yes, but he'll be able to get DRS on him down the hanger straight, which will help. Mac is closing in on Tynus for the overall lead. We would expect Tynus to be coming into the pits now. He's going to carry on. Tynus is definitely going to go for the softs, I think.
He's playing the safety car game as well.
He is. So get a safety car now. Everybody's coming in for a set of soft tyres, I think.
Blades are a stinker.
Not quite found the groove yet, has he, on those tyres?
The only thing at the moment is he's not falling back into clutches of Tebow. That's the one you got to look out for.
Titch is there with him though, not wanting to go past just yet. I think we're going to have a change of leader though. Mac to the inside of Tynus. Easy move for the McLaren, really.
1.6 seconds. Oh, and that is not a great penalty to pick up. Side by side. onto the Wellington Straight. He's going to be looking to zoom past him. Meow.
Titch is happy sitting. I think he shut the DRS there. Titch is going to be playing rear gunner, I think.
Blades, in comparison to Mike, just went 1.6 seconds slower on that lap.
So we shouldn't take it away from Blades, like we said at the start. Not scored any points yet this season. Not through lack of pace or opportunity, just bad luck. Right now, looking good for some.
Jarrin's had a good lap. He's gained a second on the front two.
The sole Ferrari left in the race. Tyner's still going on. Next time around, well, this time round, or maybe one more, I think is the furthest he can push it without losing a horrendous amount of time.
Yeah, he's going to come out, or it's going to be close, I reckon, around the Tebow area, which could make it very interesting.
So, pit stop around Silverstone is about, 28 seconds, isn't it? I think he's going to come out behind Mantis.
I reckon he is going to be alongside Mantis.
Well, hang on, we say that, but he was fighting with Red Mask, wasn't he? So that's the man we need to really think about where he's going to be. I'm looking at the gap to leader, so if you had a second on, take a second off rather, he's 31 seconds clear of Red Mask at the moment.
In time.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Reflux is coming for a set of softs. He didn't really have much choice because he was on the hard to start off with, came in after the first lap with damage, and then went on to mediums. So he's done very well to make those 17 laps, by the way, on those mediums he did.
Very, very good stint from Reflux. Tynus is now in. I want to see what he goes to. It's got to be soft, surely. Keep an eye out on Red Mask as well. Currently P11. You can see him on the minimap at the bottom of the screen, just going down the hangar straight.
Oh, Mike spot it!
And he's out. He's out. This could be.
No, he's not. He's left the session.
Ooh. See if we can get him back in.
No, that means he won't get any points at this rate.
At this rate, no. But see if you can drop him an invite, see if we can get him back in. Tynus now at the pit exit. Red Mask coming down the main straight. Tynus is going to be out ahead. Soft tyres are on. He's out ahead of Mantis. Just can the Alpine fight through? He's going to through into the loop. They go. Be careful, lads. Yeah, Mantis takes the position, but Tynus will have DRS to fight that back. He should have. Not quite. No, Mantis gets it. DRS starts very, very early on. Looked. I never realised it was that early this year's game. It's before the right-hander of Village.
Yes.
So Tynus then will have to wait. And Red Mask all the time closing in. Imagine the Red Bull, once those tyres are warm, which won't take very long at all, will be right back in the hunt.
The Mantis is feeling the heat. 3 seconds.
There we go. Tynus streaks past the Mantis. Soft tyres working well to give him the launch out of Chapel. The DRS making the move all with certainty. Let's head back up towards the front then. The 5-car battle has now become 4. With Mac, JRN, Morgan and Acid Masters all in the hunt still. If Acid Masters can close up a little bit more, he's in with a shot of second place. Definitely in with a shot of a podium on penalties and something else.
Currently already sitting on the podium.
Yeah.
Morgan's going to have to get the move on because at the moment his championship lead is going to get cut by 10 points again.
Well,
as it stands. before penalties get added.
It could be more than that. Think about it. Morgan looking for a move on JRN. The Ferrari just chops the nose off there, closes the door. Mercedes hunting down a Ferrari around Silverstone. There's something poetic about that, isn't there?
I've seen that before. Oh, and Dan Hilton's gone. Shouldn't bring out a safety car.
Acid in the pits.
What?
Acid Master's in the pits. I wonder if he's going to go for the guarantee. He's going to go for the fastest lap.
Why? He's going to lose a place.
I know he is.
He's going to lose
a lot of places.
Like 3 or 4 places.
The only thing I can think of is that he wants to go for fastest lap. But I can't imagine that he would have thought he's going to lose that many places. I wonder if he's then thought, because he had 20 seconds to blades. I wonder if he's thought normally a 20-second gap would probably be enough.
He's not going to have it now because Mike's back.
Yeah, Mike's going to somehow get into the battle for 4th place. But somehow...
Well, he's going to have to... Hopefully he joins his car quickly because he's about to get absolutely munched by the 2 behind him.
And then
T-Bo's closing in and Tynus. Yeah. Tynus is the one. Tynus could get 4th here. Didn't think we'd be saying this.
Wow, soft tyres can work wonders. He is back in control, I think, now.
He is indeed. He's burning away because he's just seen what's behind him.
Yeah. Blades has DRS, so...
Hang on. Tynus further back. No, sorry, on T-Bo even. He's crofted.
Lock up there for Tynus into the Vale.
Mantis is going to lose a place to Red Mask as well.
Wow, Red Mask the other
going
one
backwards.
Yeah, Red Mask and Tynus though we'd expect them to be ground up.
Oh! But it's gone underneath. That got icy. Acid Masters is going to throw it down the inside.
Took a lunge at it. He knows he needs to make a move. He needs to make some ground up.
This is not going to dive.
Around the outside. That was never going to go well. And Mantis has retired. On track, it seems, as well.
Let's hope that doesn't bring out what I think it could bring out.
I don't think it will do. It will be 3 laps to go when Mac crosses the line. He's not that far away from it, I don't think, either.
2 EU3 lads not seeing eye to eye then.
So 3 laps to go then. Mac leads the way, 1.9 seconds clear of JRN in 2nd place, who's just picked up a penalty. Cuts the inside of Abbey.
Game on!
It's now a battle straight for position, I think. Morgan has 9 seconds, so he's out of this reckoning.
They've also got an Alpha Tauri in the middle of this, by the way. They're currently being lapped, but on the soft tyres, so entitled to unlap himself at this stage.
Yeah, if he's quick enough. So it's going to be between JRN and Max. So JRN needs to put the hammer down now. And Acid has retired in the pit lane. His charge back, foiled by that spin.
I'd say that's pretty guilty. That's charged as well on that one. Oh! T-Bo spot it!
No, T-Bo!
And J-Ray's going to pounce on him. He could see a stricken and wounded Alpine.
Yeah, I wonder if Titch and Blades are going to be sensible and sort of let Tynus go without much of a fight.
Titch was this position.
Yeah, but Titch isn't. He's not going to be able to fight it.
Your Blades won't. Let's put it that way. Blades will fight it. Tooth and nail.
actually, it's
Here we
fine.
go.
There's only 3 to go, isn't there? So maybe. I
There
keep thinking there's more laps to go than there is.
isn't.
So let's just give Stitch a nice little nudge there, let him know he's here.
You have to do a lot more to unsettle Titchy on that. Lots of experience there. If I've ever seen it.
Both in racing and in the dark arts of sport. This is where Titch, I think he's acting as a wingman for Blades. Of course in different teams, but friends off the track. And,
yeah, well,
they're in a party together.
Blades is going to have to get a shift on because he's possibly going to lose. It should be right to
Oh, Titch, no!
Speaking of Titchy,
something's happened to Titch there. He's out of fuel.
Oh, shock! I've not seen that one before.
Yeah, Titch out of fuel.
He's out of fuel.
We said it, we called it, it might happen. That's why he didn't overtake Blades, he wanted the DRS to try and help him save fuel.
Swifty's the same. I think Tin Man was on the cusp as well, by the looks of things.
That could be, in a very, very strange world, Morgan's saving grace if the two ahead of him are under-fueled. That is going to be, as Crew says there, a dagger to the heart.
Alright, 1 to go, and Morgan's still within DRS and JRN. This is going to get feisty.
Big thing is JRN's put the hammer down now. He's just outside that 1 second. He's not quite going to have enough. But if Mac's watching, he might be able to pressure him.
Blades has closed in quite a bit on Mike. Is Mike struggling?
He might be struggling.
He is. He's just taken Village with 4th. He's short shifting big time.
Oh, Mike running out of fuel as well, maybe. Could it be both Alphas?
Unless that's a dodgy shift. That looks like a couple of short shifts.
Let's see. I don't think so. I think he's alright. I think it might have just been an off moment. But we're going to have to jump back to our leaders now. Mackie's given everything. Look, he's burnt everything. JRN closed in, but it's not going to be enough as Mack takes the checkered flag to win the British Grand Prix. JRN in second place. Morgan will take third and will hold it on penalties, despite having 9 seconds to his name. Mike has managed to stay clear of penalties so far. He's got a few corners to go to make sure that stays there. And he will be on for 4th place. Blades will cross the line in 5th, but he will drop down behind Tynus with those 3 seconds that he's managed to accrue. Either way though, solid result for Blades in P6. Tynus jumps up to 5th as we said. Red Mask through in 7th. J-Ray will take 8th on track. Loses out to Tebow on penalties though to take 9th. Tin Man coming through now. Potentially could jump him again. He does. Titchy the last man out there. No fuel in the car. So we'll just be cruising round now for the final lap of the race on crawl home mode.
Shall we get out the commentary box and give him a push as well, shall we?
We could do. Although I think in our current state that wouldn't do our health any good.
Danny, what do you think of that? No safety cars.
No VSCs.
Who are these people?
No on-track retirements. Well, no crashes anyway.
And overall, some nice wheel-to-wheel racing and some really good battles actually.
Yeah, it was a good race.
Surprisingly.
It's flown by. Considering Silverstone is normally one of the longer races, we've flown through that 1 hour and 10 minutes so far. This stream's been going on for.
And we've seen some interesting strategies as well.
We have some that are.
But it's looking like the medium hard is the way to go. The hard tyre looks a very good, decent tyre out here.
Yeah, very good race tyre, doesn't it? Morgan was driver of the day, having started off down, I think it was 15th, wasn't he? Where he started. See then, as Mack heads out onto the podium, home Grand Prix victory. JRN in his final race in EU4 is on the podium as well. He would have liked it to be first. That late penalty there costing him the chance of it. And Morgan as well takes third to minimise the damage to his championship lead, which I believe has now gone. Fastest lap of the race was Tichy's last time I saw. Not quite. So Mack then with the 25 points gained from a win. Fastest lap went to Flux in the end.
So championship lead, Danny, down to 3 points.
Yes.
Oh, how exciting.
Very much so. Constructors' Championship lead has swapped. It now goes to McLaren. McLaren 11 points clear of Mercedes. At 1 point for J-Ray. Might not seem useful or meaningful, but it could make all the difference. So Mack takes the win, JRN second, Morgan in third, Mike's Middletov fourth, Tynus fifth, Blade sixth, Redmas seventh, Tebow eighth, Tin Man ninth, J-Ray in 10th, Tichy in 11th. After running out of fuel. While Matt invites our podium drivers in for a quick chat. It will be a quick one tonight, unless one of them decides to natter on, because my throat's about to give out, I think. Get McLaren on screen. Hey up, Arcade.
Yo, fella.
Right, Morgan's in. Let's start there then. Third place.
Yes, lads.
I mean, well recovered after the disappointment that was qualifying. But, 9 seconds of penalties costing you in the end.
The quality was intentional, mate.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, invalidating on his last lap.
Invalidated on purpose 3 times.
Well, we were watching 2 of them.
Yeah, they were definitely on purpose, like. I was happy with my race as well. Nearly got a bit of wing damage at the start. But yeah, managed to power through it a bit. Me and Jaren were literally at the same pace the whole race, but apart from that, yeah, quite happy with it. A few penalties, as always.
Costing you the chance of top step though. If you managed to keep it clean.
Wasn't catching him.
Nah. But yeah, from where you were after qualifying, though, great result. You stay in the lead of the championship, but it's been closed down.
Yeah, Max is a bot.
Right, then, second place on his final appearance for EU4.
Hello.
Doing Ferrari proud with a P2.
Yeah. Well, after quali, I did that lap at the end, and I was thinking like, okay, this is going to be pole, and then like halfway through my lap, Mike just sets a 27.8, and I'm like, oh god, I'm only like half a tenth up on my time, so I tried for the strategy, and then on the start, I got a way better start than Mike. Looked in my rear view, went ahead, went over, didn't realise Acid Masters had got like a lightning start as well, and then completely shunted him, which was, I didn't even realise. I thought I'd shunted Mike, but then I realised that collision with Acid Masters. But like Morgan said, we were at the same pace the whole race. I was constantly like checking behind me where he was, the gap. I'm sure, Morgan, you were frustrated getting into DRS for however long.
It must have been like 10 laps.
It must, yeah, 10 laps you were sat at like 1.5 seconds, and then you finally broke it, and then I think the closest you got was like, what, I don't know. Stoke.
I tried dive bombing you down the Hanger Straight.
Yeah.
Was it?
But yeah,
I
it's
can't
my
remember.
first podium on my last race, so, well, not last race in COS, but yeah.
Yeah. It's not a bad way to sign off.
No. Bringing home the points for free.
Top man. Alright, P1 then. Go on,
Yes.
tell us about that race.
Well, am I summing it up again?
Yeah.
Well, it was a weird race. Well, EU4, no VSCs, no safety cars, no crashes. Beautiful stuff from the lads. But qualifying was awful because I don't really like Silverstone home Grand Prix, but not particularly
Sacrilege.
fond of it. And went from about P9 to P5 off the start. Couple of spins here and there got me to second, and I was with Mike most of the race until he spun, and then from there I was just a lonely driver
And then
until
the gap started to
JRN
close
gave
at
me
the end.
a little scare because I got a 3-second penalty and he didn't.
I got it over Abbey. I was so annoyed. Like one of the worst places to get a penalty, Abbey.
Yeah.
I got one of my warnings at... Oh, where was it? I got one at the exit of Cops. I think I cut Beckett's. I think, something like that.
Yeah, I got a couple of Beckett's ones, but he gave me a little scare at the end.
Yeah, it was too late though. You'd already
I
got...
kept on losing my
That's
rear. I
it,
kept on picking up warnings everywhere.
I was like 7.5 tenths behind you, like heading into Maggots and Beckett's, but I didn't get DRS down the Hanger Straight, so I was really confused.
Right.
But yeah, well done anyway, mate. So how many wins you got this season?
That's my third in a row.
Third in a row, right?
Yeah. But, minus the penalties and that, but it's on track, so it counts.
Right. Well, we'll round it off there then. Congratulations, everybody. Well done. Thank you all at home very much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you have, make sure you tune in next week for round 9, which is...
Monaco, baby!
We're at Monaco next week.
Let's go! Safety cars will be back next week, don't worry.
Oh, it's probably going to be wet as well.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be... I don't
Fingers
put the...
Do we
you gotta
tell,
put the
do we
safety
tell
car
them,
on
do we
reduced
tell them
and
about the
that.
feature now, or do we tell them on Monday?
We'll tell
I
them
don't-
now.
We tell them now.
Yeah, Monaco
You
in cars is it's raced at midnight.
Ooh.
So good luck.
Yep.
I thought it was gonna be a bit more exciting, but
Well, we've just
I'm
gone from
playing
those
my
safety
luck.
cars to probably about like 20 next race.
I think there'll be like the
Gotta make
podium
up for it,
sitters
come on.
winning by the end.
It's fine. I've seen people several laps down before, so it won't
Yeah.
surprise me.
I've seen people 2 laps down and get a podium.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Monaco can produce something.
it's normally carnage.
It's going to be an
It's gonna be the
EU4
way.
as well. It's going to be an EU4.
Mhm.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
But we'll see you all then. If you can't wait that long though, make sure you tune in for the rest of the week for the rest of the EU tiers and the AM tiers as well, if you're from that side of the pond or just a night owl like some of us are. Thank you all again very much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Good night.